All right, welcome back, everybody. Anybody that's new here, thanks for joining me today. Obviously, if you're here, you're looking for a new panfish rod. And yeah, it's the QT2. And yeah, the big thing with Tuned Up Customs is they have basically a rod for like every little niche, basically, that you could think of. And yeah, we're going to go over my first impressions of it. As all of you guys that are already subscribed know, yeah, I mean, I literally have a merch line. It's called the Big Bluegill Addiction because I've been fishing for big bluegills for so long. You guys know I have a couple hundred videos just on giant bluegills. But I catch giant crappie, giant perch, all the giant panfish. And the big thing here is I have a couple of panfish rods right now from Tuned Up, and it's basically just the bullwhip and the precision. And those are like a little bit of an opposite end of things. So the precision is my feel rod, and the bullwhip is my sight rod. And this, the QT2, I'm not gonna lie, I already unwrapped it and checked it all a little bit, but my first impressions are saying this is like a perfect in the middle. Some people have the noodle rods, some people have the other rods. This is going to be the one that I think covers the gamut. And if you're going to get one rod from Tuned Up Customs for just panfish and you want a little bit on the beefier side, this is going to be the thing. So let's get into it. Okay, so like I was saying, this beautiful little thing is the QT2, and I have a 36 inch. This, they basically calling it the quick tip 2, and you'll see why. So I'm going to grab the end here. I'll go over what I did with mine in a second, but this is the rod. So like, it's got that like slow, slow taper to about, that's half of my 36 basically. But it's, this part is still soft, right? Still pretty soft, but you have, I don't know, well, you probably have a third of it is, got backbone. And that is something that I personally love when I'm fishing for those guys. The big bluegills and big crappies. So depending on how deep of water you're fishing, when you set the hook on them, you want this right here. You want that backbone to catch so that you're getting a good hook set on a light bite. I guess if that makes any sense to you. But I'm going to go over mine, what I did with mine. So I have a split grip, mainly because even with the softer tip, it's going to have the feel. And I do this thing, it's an old school thing that I learned from like older people, was having your pinky on a rod blank. When a fish bites, it telegraphs to your pinky and you feel it. So there's a free tip for you guys. If you ever get a feel rod like this, the thing is this is like a hybrid. So I did this little yellow tip as like my sight tip. You can obviously see against like my black shirt. So the dark rod, and that stands out so that you can still see little bites. And then obviously, like if you load up with like a heavier spoon for crappie and they upbite, right? There's your upbite. And then, something sucks it in like a bluegill or something like that, and it's bigger. I'm going to basically use this exclusively for perch, crappie, and bluegills. And it's all going to be for bigger fish. I mean, I will use it for smaller fish like eaters and stuff like that. But I have a feeling this is going to be one of those like big fish rods, like big panfish rods. But anybody that's looking for a little bit beefier panfish rod, I think this is going to be your deal. Otherwise, like you guys know, I've swore by the bullwhip since it came out. I bought the very first year it came out. I was not working with Tuned Up Customs at the time. And I bought the very first bullwhips series that came out. And I still have that bullwhip. And I have another one. And just a heads up, I almost forgot, I'm giving away one. So I'm giving away my exact build of a bullwhip. So I have two of the exact same one. They're 36 inches. Just like my bullwhip. So they did this one a little bit differently. So from the back of the rod to the first mark is 8 inches. So 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So those are your panfish inches. Obviously, if you get anything over 16 inches and it's a panfish, it's a giant. So you should probably get a replica of that. But like for me, I won't eat bluegills over 10 inches. So everything below here, so between 10 and 7 inches basically, that's a good eater size slot for me. So if I want to just catch a couple bluegills to eat and I hold them up to the, the rod real quick, I'm like, oh, good, good. oh, he's over here. I'm not eating that. It's over 10 inches, and I'm going to take a good photo of it and let it go. Same thing with everything else, right? So 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So crappie could be like, crappie and perch could be 10 to like 12, 13-ish right here. And then anything over, 12, 13 range, once you get over that, your trophy of anything. I don't care if it's perch, bluegill, crappie, whatever. It's giant. So that's why I put the lines on mine. If you guys want to do the same thing, you have to make notes of saying like what you want for your lines, if you want them. Typically, so this one's a little bit different rod. Typically, I do my markings from this part of the cork. So the end of the cork out will be like an 8-inch mark, and then I'll go down the rod to here. But this one's just simple, 8 inches from here to here, and then so on and so forth. But like I was saying before, as you can see, it's got that like, it's a quick tip. I mean, that's QT, quick tip. So you can tell it's a quick tip. It's got the sensitivity. I already tested that, finger on the blank. It's got the sensitivity that I want. So if you guys copy this and you do the split grip, think of it holding it lightly. So you're going to hold it lightly. I already know this is going to be a rod that I'm going to use a lot because I do a lot of pan fishing. I love pan fishing through the ice. It's one of my top things. I fish for everything. Obviously, that's a 8-pound walleye through the ice, and my perch that's sitting over there, that's through the ice. I've been ice fishing my entire life. It's one of those things that I do a lot of. So this thing's going to get used a lot. If you have any questions on this one, because it's a really simple rod. Like if you think about it, small spoons, little baby spoons, heavy tungstens, any little minnow bait. There's a bunch of like baby minnow baits out there. This is going to be a beautiful little minnow bait type thing. So those little flick style minnow baits, this will have that flick to it. When you're going to rip them and get the action out of them, this is going to probably do that. So first impressions are great of this rod so far. I like the way it looks. It's got a great look to it. And yeah, the real simple thing here is most of you guys that are subscribed, you already know my first impression review is just to kind of help you guys out. So like if you want to pick up this rod, if you're not new here, you already know it takes like 3 to 6 weeks. Usually it's in that 4 to 5 weeks period time. So like if you want this for like Christmas, you got to order it right now. Like you got to order it the minute you see this video. You got to order it right now. Otherwise, yeah, just expect it to take about a month, 3 to 4 weeks minimum to get your rod. So if you're looking for rods for this winter, get your orders in. Otherwise, like I said before in many other videos, if you're new here, you don't know, you can use the code DWS10 and you save yourself 10% off all rods and basically any order. So like if you go on TunedUpCustoms.com and you order a full order of rods, you get 10% off that whole order, not just one rod. So hopefully that helps you guys out, and then and you're picking up some rods. But honestly, if you guys love pan fishing as much as I do, I would just get this rod, and I don't think you're going to be disappointed. And I highly recommend doing this. So many people don't take advantage of the fact that they can do this for you guys. Do this. Put this tip on your rod. If you get a sight rod like this or a panfish rod, all of my panfish rods have some kind of marker on the end of them because it just helps. You see it against the back of your your ice shack. You see it against the ground or the ice and snow. You just against your flasher. Like if you have a flasher in front of you and your flasher is in front of this, you can see it. This is a game changer. This is one of those dumb things that I'm so glad I started doing with all my rods, and I'll never go back. It's always going to have a sight tip on it. Okay, so like I was saying, that's going to be like the easiest first impressions video. And anybody, like I said, it's new here. What I always do, and I swore I would do this till the end of my channel, till I'm done doing YouTube, I will always do a first impressions. So like we both get the kind of excitement and like understanding it's like a new rod. That's such a cool thing, that new technology, new rods are coming out still. And then on top of that, I'm going to use it. And then usually about mid to end of the season, after I've used it a lot, I'm going to give you guys kind of a heads up. Sometimes I wait a whole year, so it might not be till next fall that you'll see like a complete review. But that's just because I want to use the rod the whole time. I'm not one of those people that gets paid to lie. I don't do that. Nobody that ever works with me gets to do that. Like, that's not a thing I give people the opportunity to do. So what you're going to get is you're going to get a real firsthand impression, which I love that rod. I know I have so many things. I literally have a box of spoons over there, right about there. That's literally just a box of panfish spoons. And that box and that rod will probably go together every time I go out ice fishing. There's just going to be so much stuff I'm going to do with it. But like I said before, you'll get an honest review after I use it. So this is your first impression. If you want to get it, I can't say anything bad about it right now. There might be something that I don't like later on. We'll figure that out together. But right now, I think it's a great rod, and hopefully you guys pick one up. And like I said, use that code and you'll help out the channel. But hopefully all you guys got your fingers crossed for some first ice here soon. And yeah, I can't wait to walk in the hard water and go exploring some more lakes. All right, hopefully you guys enjoyed this one. I'll see you guys next time.